Alex Carter sat quietly in his small room on the Lemurian space station, looking out through a large window into the vast darkness of space. He could see stars blinking and the soft glow from nearby planets, calming yet mysterious. Alex was not a Lemurian. He was human, but no one here knew that Alex worked as a researcher. His job was to learn about the Lemurians and their way of life. They were gentle beings, taller than humans with soft blue skin and kind eyes. Their planet was peaceful, and the Lemurians were known for their knowledge and wisdom. Alex admired them greatly. He remembered his first day on the station. Everything had been strange and new to him. The halls had soft lights and smooth surfaces. It felt safe and welcoming. He was introduced as a visitor from a distant world, similar to Lemurians, but from another planet. Alex knew the Lemurians had heard of humans, but none had ever met one. It was safer for him if no one knew his true identity. One day, while Alex was busy recording data in his small workspace, a soft voice interrupted him. He turned and saw a Lemurian woman standing at the doorway. She smiled gently. Her name was Clara, a scientist who often worked nearby. She had bright, curious eyes that made Alex feel calm. "Hello, Alex," she said softly. "May I talk to you for a moment?" "Of course," Alex replied, setting aside his work. Clara stepped closer, looking at his notes with interest. "Your research is fascinating," she said warmly. "I notice you study our culture and habits deeply. Why does our society interest you so much?" Alex thought carefully before answering. "Your people have created such a peaceful way of life. It is very different from where I come from. I want to understand how your society stays so peaceful." Clara's eyes sparkled with curiosity. "Where you come from, is it not peaceful?" Alex hesitated, feeling unsure. He couldn't risk revealing too much about Earth. "We have our own struggles," he said quietly. "Learning from you might help my people live better lives." Clara smiled softly. "Then we should spend more time talking. I want to help you understand use better." Over the next few days, Clara and Alex met often. Clara would share stories about Lemurian history, their love of nature, and their traditions. Alex listened eagerly, taking detailed notes. Clara found Alex easy to talk to, kind and thoughtful, different from other visitors. Alex found comfort in Clara's presence, feeling a friendship begin to form. One afternoon, Clara invited Alex to walk through the station's garden area. It was beautiful and peaceful, filled with plants from many worlds. The air smelled fresh, and gentle sounds of flowing water created a sense of calm. As they walked, Clara suddenly stopped, looking thoughtful. "Have you heard the news about the Vartans?" she asked softly. Alex frowned. The Vartans were known to be aggressive aliens, causing trouble in nearby sectors. "What happened?" he asked, concerned. "They are threatening conflict," Clara said sadly. "Our leaders are worried. We Lemurians do not fight, but we need to protect ourselves." Alex felt a strange worry fill him. He knew humans had ways to defend themselves, but the Lemurians were peaceful beings who avoided violence. "Do you have any defenses?" he asked carefully. Clara shook her head. "We have shields and some basic defenses, but we are scientists, not warriors." Alex felt a strong need to help. His human instincts wanted to protect these gentle people. "Maybe I can help somehow," he said quietly, thinking quickly about what he could do without revealing too much. Clara looked at him with hopeful eyes. "Thank you, Alex. Your kindness means much to us." That evening, Alex returned to his quarters, deeply worried. He knew he had knowledge and skills the Lemurians did not. If the Vartans attacked, the Lemurians would need help. But sharing his skills meant risking his secret. Alex struggled, unsure what to do. As days passed, Clara continued visiting Alex, their conversations becoming deeper and more meaningful. She trusted him completely, not knowing he held a secret that could change everything. One night, Clara came to see Alex again, her face serious. "The Vartans have sent a warning," she said softly. They demand we surrender some of our technology, or they will attack. Our leaders are frightened. Alex took a deep breath, feeling his decision grow clearer. Clara, there might be a way I can help, but first I must tell you something important. Clara listened carefully, sensing Alex's seriousness. You can trust me, she said softly. Alex looked into Clara's eyes, feeling a deep trust grow between them. I hope so, he whispered. But before he could speak further, an alarm sounded throughout the station. Clara jumped, her eyes wide with fear. They are coming, she whispered. Alex knew there was no more time to hide. His secret had to wait. Right now, protecting Clara and the Lumerians was all that mattered. Taking a deep breath, he stood up, ready to face whatever came next. Alex moved quickly with Clara through the corridors as the alarm continued to ring loudly. Other Lumerians rushed about, their calm faces now filled with worry. Alex felt a mix of fear and determination. He knew he had to act, and fast. We need to reach the control room, Clara said, her voice shaking. The elders will be there deciding what to do. Alex nodded, his mind racing with ideas and plans. They hurried together through crowded halls filled with anxious faces. The peaceful Lumerians were clearly frightened by the threat of violence, something they never had to face before. When they arrived at the control room, several elders were already speaking rapidly, their voices soft but urgent. Elder Myra, a wise and respected leader, turned to see Clara and Alex enter. Clara, Alex, I am glad you are here, Myra said, her gentle voice steady despite the crisis. We have received a message from the Vartans. They will attack if we do, not give them our technology. We cannot surrender, another elder named Joran said firmly. Our technology could cause great harm if misused. Alex stepped forward, feeling the eyes of all the elders on him. Maybe I can help, he said, speaking clearly but calmly. I know ways to protect us without giving up your technology. Everyone stared at Alex, surprise clear in their eyes. Elder, Myra looked deeply curious. How can you help us, Alex? You're not from a warrior race. Alex hesitated only a moment. I come from a place that knows how to defend itself, he said carefully, trying not to reveal too much. Let me show you. Elder. Myra exchanged glances with the others and finally nodded. Very well, Alex. We trust you. Do what you can. Alex quickly took over one of the control panels. He started working, adjusting settings and entering commands with rapid confidence. Clara stood beside him, watching with fascination. I didn't know you had such knowledge, she said softly. You surprised me, Alex. Alex glanced at Clara, offering a small smile. There's still a lot you don't know about me. Within minutes, Alex had improved the station's shields, strengthening their defenses. He also set up emergency lockdown systems to keep the Lumerians safe. His fingers moved swiftly, his mind clear and focused. As he finished, another alarm sounded, different from the first. The Vardens are here, Elder Jorn announced gravely. Everyone, prepare yourselves. The screens around the control room showed the approaching Vartan ships, sharp and menacing. Alex took a deep breath, hoping his preparations would be enough. Clara moved closer to him, clearly frightened but brave. Stay close, Alex whispered to her gently. I won't let anything happen to you. Clara looked up at him with trusting eyes, nodding quietly. The Vartan ships opened fire, their weapons hitting the station's shields hard. The room shook slightly, but the shields held strong. The Lumerians murmured in relief, eyes wide with hope. Your improvements worked, Alex, Elder Mira said gratefully. We might survive this yet, but the Vartans weren't giving up. They continued, firing, testing every part of the station's defenses. Alex carefully monitored each strike, making adjustments as needed. Clara watched him in awe, realizing just how special Alex truly was. Suddenly, one screen flashed urgently. They're targeting the lower decks, Alex warned. We need to reinforce those shields now. He quickly shifted controls, sending extra energy to the threatened areas. Just in time, the shield strengthened, holding off the enemy's attack. The elders and Lumerians breathed another sigh of relief. They're not going to stop easily, Alex said firmly. We must find another way to end this attack. Clara looked thoughtful. Maybe if we communicate clearly, they will understand that we won't give them anything. Elder Myra nodded. It is worth trying. Clara, Alex, prepare a message. Together, Alex and Clara quickly recorded a message, clearly stating the Lumerians' peaceful intentions, but firm refusal to give up their technology. Alex spoke clearly, his voice calm and steady. We do not want to fight, Alex said into the recorder, but we will defend ourselves if needed. They sent the message to the Vartan ships, waiting tensely for their response. Moments passed slowly, each second filled with worry. Finally, the Vartans replied. We will return, their commander warned sharply. Your resistance will fail eventually. The Vartan ships pulled away from the station, retreating slowly into the darkness of space. Everyone in the control room stood quietly for a moment, relieved but still wary. They will be back, Alex said softly, turning to Elder Myra. We must use this time to prepare further. Elder Myra nodded in agreement. We owe you much, Alex. Your actions saved us today. Alex looked down, humbled by her praise. I just did what needed to be done, he replied quietly. As everyone began to leave the control room, Clara remained beside Alex. You really are special, she whispered softly. I knew there was more to you, but this surprises me deeply. Alex felt his heart beat faster, warmth spreading through him. There's much more I need to tell you, Clara, but not here. Clara nodded, understanding the seriousness in Alex's voice. Then we should talk privately. Come to my quarters later. Alex hesitated briefly, but then agreed. I'll be there. Clara smiled gently, walking away slowly, leaving Alex alone with his thoughts. He knew that when he met Clara later, everything would change. She still did not know he was human, but soon she would. Alex hoped deeply that she would understand. A deep breath, he left the control room, determined and ready to face the truth with Clara. Alex walked slowly towards Clara's quarters, each step heavy with worry and uncertainty. His heart beat faster, wondering how Clara would react when she learned he was human. He hoped she would understand, but he couldn't be sure. When he reached her door, Alex paused. Taking a deep breath, he knocked softly. The door slid open gently, and Clara stood there, smiling warmly. Come in, she invited kindly, stepping aside to let him enter. Her room was peaceful, filled with soft lights and gentle colors that felt welcoming. Alex felt calmer immediately. Clara motioned for Alex to sit down on a soft chair, and she took a seat opposite him, her eyes curious and calm. You wanted to tell me something important, she began softly. What is it, Alex? Alex hesitated briefly, looking down. Then, gathering courage, he lifted his gaze and met Clara's eyes. Clara, he started gently, I haven't been completely honest with you. I'm not exactly who you think I am. Clara tilted her head, puzzled. What do you mean? You've always been open and kind. Alex took another deep breath. I am not just from a distant planet, Clara. I am human. Her eyes widened in surprise. Clara stared at Alex, clearly struggling to process what he'd said. Her gentle face showed confusion, wonder, and perhaps even a little fear. Human, she repeated softly. You are human? Alex nodded slowly. Yes. I hid my true identity because I didn't know how the Lumerians would react. We humans haven't always had a peaceful past. I was afraid you wouldn't trust me. Clara remained silent, deep in thought. After a long pause, she finally spoke, her voice gentle yet firm. Alex, we have heard stories about humans, she said slowly. Some good, some troubling. Why did you come here? I came to learn, Alex answered truthfully. I admire your people greatly, your peaceful ways, your kindness, your wisdom. I hope to bring some of that back to Earth, to help my people become better. Clara's eyes softened, the tension in her face easing slightly. You came here to learn peace? Alex nodded earnestly. Yes, your society is what we humans aspire to be. We have many struggles on Earth, conflicts and disagreements. I believe we can learn from you. Clara smiled faintly, her initial shock gradually fading. Your intentions are good, Alex. I trust your words. But why tell me now? Alex sighed deeply, looking at Clara with sincerity. Because you deserve to know. Especially now after the Vartans' attack. I use my knowledge to help. Knowledge that no Lumerian would naturally have. I knew you will become suspicious eventually. Clara stood slowly, pacing a little as she thought carefully. After a moment, she stopped and faced Alex again, her eyes bright with understanding. You risked your secret to help us, she said softly. That shows me who you truly are. Not just human, but a good, kind being. Alex felt relief wash over him. Clara's acceptance meant more to him than he had realized. He smiled gratefully, feeling lighter than before. Thank you, Clara, he said quietly. Your understanding means everything to me. Clara sat back down, moving her chair closer to Alex. Now that I know the truth, we must be careful. Others might not be so understanding. Alex nodded seriously. I know, but I promise. I only want to help protect you and your people. Clara reached out gently, placing her hand softly on Alex's arm. I believe you, she whispered. The room grew quiet, the gentle hum of the station systems the only sound. After a comfortable silence, Clara spoke again, her voice curious. Tell me more about humans, she requested softly. What is your world? Truly like, Alex smiled slightly, leaning back in his chair. Earth is beautiful, he began. We have oceans, mountains, forests, and deserts. Humans have built cities that shine brightly at night, places full of life and energy. Clara listened closely, her eyes wide with wonder as Alex continued describing Earth. He spoke of human culture, their struggles, their hopes and dreams, and their desire for peace despite past conflicts. Your people sound complicated but full of potential, Clara observed thoughtfully. We are, Alex agreed. We have much to learn, but we also have much to offer. Clara smiled gently, leaning closer. You certainly proved that today. You showed bravery and intelligence. Alex felt warmth spread through his chest. Thank you, Clara. Your faith means a lot. You have mine, she assured softly. But we need to ensure the elders trust you too, without revealing your secret. Alex nodded seriously. I understand. I'll continue helping quietly. Clara stood slowly, determination in her eyes. Then we work together. We will protect this station and keep your identity safe. Alex rose as well, feeling hopeful and reassured. Together, he agreed. As he prepared to leave Clara's quarters, Alex turned back, hesitating slightly. Are you sure you're comfortable working closely with a human? He asked gently. Clara smiled warmly, her eyes clear with sincerity. Yes, Alex, completely. Alex felt relieved, smiling back at Clara. Then I'll see you tomorrow. We'll have much work to do. Clara nodded firmly. Good night, Alex. Good night, Clara. As Alex walked back to his own quarters, he felt a sense of peace he hadn't felt since arriving on the Lumerian station. Clara knew the truth now, yet she accepted him. He felt deeply grateful. He entered his room, the stars outside glowing gently through his window. Alex knew more challenges lay ahead, especially with the Vartans likely to return. But he also knew he wouldn't face them alone. With Clara by his side, he felt ready to handle whatever came next. Alex closed his eyes, feeling calm and confident. Tomorrow would bring new challenges, but also new hope. Together, they could protect this gentle society and show that peace and unity could exist even between very different beings. With that comforting thought, Alex drifted to sleep, ready for whatever tomorrow might bring. The next morning, Alex woke early, feeling determined and ready. He dressed quickly and went straight to meet Clara. Together, they planned to strengthen the station's defenses even more. They wanted to make sure the Lumerians were fully protected. When the Vartans returned, Clara greeted Alex with a soft smile, looking rested and confident. "We have much to do today," she said warmly. "I'm ready," Alex replied firmly, feeling strong with Clara by his side. They moved to the control center, working quietly and quickly. Alex showed Clara how to adjust the shields and emergency systems. Clara learned swiftly, carefully following Alex's instructions. They worked closely, trusting each other completely. After several hours of work, Eldamira entered the control center. She looked calm but serious. "We have received another message from the Vartans," she informed them. Alex and Clara exchanged worried looks. "What do they want now?" Alex asked softly. "They demand a meeting," Eldamira explained quietly. "They want us to surrender peacefully." Alex shook his head immediately. "We can't surrender. It's too dangerous." Eldamira nodded slowly. "I agree, but refusing may cause them to attack again." Clara stepped forward, her eyes steady. "Maybe we should meet them, but only to negotiate." Eldamira looked thoughtful. "It could be risky, Clara," Alex thought deeply. "If we meet them, we can buy time to further strengthen our defenses," he suggested. "We can use this meeting as a distraction." Eldamira nodded again, seeing the wisdom in Alex's words. "Then we will meet the Vartans, but carefully and with caution." Preparations began immediately. Alex continued improving defenses while Clara and Eldamira planned the meeting. Everyone felt tense but focused. Later that day, a small Vartan ship docked at the station. Alex watched through the monitors as several fierce-looking Vartans stepped out, their faces stern and unkind. Alex felt uneasy, but he knew they had to stay strong. Clara and Eldamira welcomed the Vartans politely, guiding them to a peaceful negotiation room. Alex stayed hidden, carefully watching from a nearby control room. The Vartan leader spoke loudly, his voice sharp and threatening. "You must surrender your technology immediately," he demanded. "We do not want to fight, but we will destroy your station if needed," Clara responded calmly, her voice steady. "We cannot give you our technology." "It is peaceful, meant to help, not harm," the Vartan leader frowned, clearly angry. "Then you choose conflict?" "We choose peace," Eldamira said softly. "But we will protect ourselves if necessary." The Vartans growled angrily, clearly unhappy. The leader stood suddenly. "You will regret this decision." The Vartans left quickly, their heavy footsteps echoing. Down the corridor, Alex felt worried but also relieved they had not attacked immediately. Clara entered the control room shortly after, looking tired but strong. "We have some time, but not much," she warned softly. "They will attack soon." "Then, we must be ready," Alex replied firmly. "We can do this." The next few days passed quickly. Alex and Clara worked tirelessly, improving defenses and preparing everyone for the coming threat. Alex showed the Lumerians how to use emergency systems and guided them through safety drills. Clara was always nearby, calm and reassuring, helping to ease everyone's fears. Late one evening, as Alex and Clara finished their work, Alex noticed Clara looked especially tired. "You need to rest," he said gently. Clara smiled weakly. "I know, but there's still so much to do." "We've done all we can for now," Alex reassured her gently. "Rest will help us stay strong." Clara nodded slowly, finally agreeing. "You're right, Alex." They walked quietly to Clara's quarters, neither speaking much. When they arrived, Clara paused at her door. She looked up at Alex, her eyes warm and grateful. "Thank you, Alex," she whispered softly. "You have done so much for us." "I would do anything to protect you and your people," Alex said sincerely. Clara smiled gently, her eyes full of emotion. "I am glad you are here." Alex felt warmth spread through him again. "Me too," he admitted softly. They stood quietly for a moment, comfortable in the silence. Clara finally broke it, her voice gentle. "Good night, Alex." "Good night, Clara," he replied softly. Alex walked slowly back to his room, feeling calm yet alert. He knew the next few days would test everyone, but he felt ready. The Lumerians had trusted him, and Clara believed in him completely. That trust filled him with strength. In his room, Alex prepared for bed, his thoughts busy with plans and hopes. He looked out the window again, the stars bright and peaceful. Despite the threat, he felt strangely calm. He knew he belonged here, helping these gentle beings find strength and courage. Alex closed his eyes, feeling ready for whatever tomorrow brought. With Clara and the Lumerians by his side, he knew they could face anything, and as sleep gently overtook him, Alex felt a deep sense of peace. He was exactly where he needed to be. The morning arrived with urgency, and Alex woke up feeling tense but ready. He quickly dressed and met Clara in the control center. The air was filled with quiet worry, but everyone moved with determination. "We have news," Clara told Alex quietly. "The Vardens are gathering a large fleet. They'll reach us soon." "Then we must finish preparations quickly," Alex replied firmly. Hiding any fear he felt inside. Together, they reviewed the station's defenses once again. Alex checked every shield, every alarm, and each emergency system. Clara stood close, carefully assisting him and taking notes. Elder Myra watched quietly, trusting Alex's judgment completely. "Everyone knows what to do," Elder Myra reassured gently. "We trust you both." Alex looked up gratefully. "We won't let you down." Time passed swiftly, and soon the station's alarm sounded sharply. Screens showed many Varden ships approaching rapidly. Alex felt his heart pound faster, but he kept his mind clear. "Everyone to their positions," Clara ordered calmly. "Stay safe and remain calm." Alex and Clara stayed together in the control room, closely watching every detail. The Varden fleet approached quickly, their ships dark and threatening. Alex focused carefully, waiting for the right moment. "They're preparing weapons," Alex warned. "Activate full shields now." Clara quickly obeyed, and the station shields activated strongly, glowing softly around them. Moments later, powerful blasts from the Varden ships hit hard, shaking the station slightly. "Shields holding," Clara reported clearly. "But they're strong." "We must hold steady," Alex encouraged calmly. "We can do this." More Varden ships arrived, and the attack intensified. Alex carefully adjusted shields and defenses, keeping calm despite the fierce assault. Clara stayed by his side, focused and strong. "Alex," Clara suddenly said worriedly, pointing to one screen. "They're trying to break through the lower shields again." Alex quickly reinforced those areas, but the Vardens changed tactics, spreading their attack across different points. "They're testing our limits," Alex warned quietly. "We must stay alert." Suddenly, a powerful strike shook the station harder, making everyone in the control room stumble slightly. "Shields weakening," Clara announced urgently. "We can't withstand this much longer. We need a new plan," Alex said quickly. He thought fast, eyes scanning screens rapidly. "Clara, is there any way we can disrupt their systems?" Clara considered quickly. "Maybe we can send a strong energy pulse. It could temporarily disable their weapons." "Do it," Alex ordered firmly. Quickly, Clara moved swiftly, working controls precisely. Alex watched closely, heart racing. "Pulse. Ready," Clara finally announced. "Activate now." Alex commanded. Clara activated the energy pulse. Immediately, the screen showed the Varden ships staggering. Their attacks temporarily stopped. It worked, Clara said with relief, but Alex knew the effect wouldn't last long. "We need to negotiate again," he said firmly. "Maybe now they'll listen." Clara quickly recorded another message, calm but strong. "We have disabled your weapons temporarily," she warned clearly. "Please end this attack. We seek peace, not conflict." They waited anxiously, watching screens carefully. After tense moments, the Varden leader finally responded. "We underestimated you," he growled angrily. "But we will never stop." Alex felt determination rise again. Then neither will we. The Vartan ships withdrew slowly, clearly planning their next move. Alex breathed, deeply relieved yet aware the danger wasn't over. We have time to strengthen further, Alex said quietly to Clara. But we must work quickly, Clara nodded firmly. Let's do it. Days passed rapidly, filled with hard work and careful preparations. Alex showed the Lumerians new defensive tactics, ensuring they felt ready. Clara was always there, supportive and strong, leading calmly alongside Alex. One evening, after finishing another long day, Alex and Clara sat together, quietly reflecting. You have changed us, Alex, Clara said softly. We Lumerians are peaceful, but you've shown us strength. Alex smiled gently. Strength comes from the heart, he replied. Your kindness and peace are your true strengths. Clara smiled warmly. And you have both. Their quiet moment was interrupted by an urgent call from Elder Mira. Please come quickly, she requested calmly but firmly. Alex and Clara hurried to meet her. Elder Mira's face showed deep worry. The Vartans sent another message, she explained softly. They want to speak privately with Alex. Alex felt his heart jump. Me? Why? They believe you lead our defense, Elder Mira replied. They want to. Negotiate directly. Alex exchanged concerned looks with Clara. It could be dangerous, Clara warned softly. But it's a chance for peace, Alex said thoughtfully. I must try. Clara looked worried but nodded slowly. Be careful, Alex. Alex prepared quickly, feeling both fear and hope. A small Vartan ship docked again, and Alex stood waiting, heart pounding. The Vartan leader entered, his expression stern but respectful. You have defended these beings well, he admitted grudgingly. Why do you protect them so fiercely? Because they deserve peace, Alex replied firmly. And so do you. Conflict helps no one. The Vartan leader stared quietly, clearly thinking deeply. Your strength impresses us, he finally admitted. Perhaps peace can be considered. Peace benefits all, Alex emphasized sincerely. The leader nodded slowly. We will consider your words carefully, he said quietly before leaving. Alex returned. To Clara and Elder Mira, hope shining clearly in his eyes. There might be a chance, he said softly. A real chance for peace. Clara smiled warmly, relief and pride filling her eyes. Thanks to you, Alex. Alex felt deeply humbled, grateful for Clara's constant support. Thanks to all of us, he replied sincerely. Together they stood quietly, feeling hopeful. They knew challenges remained, but peace felt possible now. And as Alex looked at Clara and Elder Mira, he felt deep pride. They had faced danger bravely, stayed strong together, and protected the peace they cherished so deeply that no matter what came next, Alex knew they were ready. Days passed quietly as Alex, Clara, and the Lumerians waited anxiously for the Vartans' response. Alex continued improving the station's defenses, never resting. Clara worked tirelessly beside him, always calm and hopeful. One morning, a new message arrived from the Vartan leader. Everyone gathered quickly in the control room, hearts pounding with anticipation. We will agree to peace, the message said firmly, but only if you, Alex, meet with us personally. We must discuss terms face to face. Alex felt everyone's eyes on him. Clara stepped closer, her voice gentle but firm. Alex, it's risky. They might trick us. I know, Alex replied softly, but if there's a chance for peace, I must try. Elder Myra nodded slowly, understanding deeply. We trust your judgment, Alex. If you believe this can help us, we support you. Thank you, Alex said gratefully, feeling deeply touched by their trust. Preparations began quickly for Alex's journey. Clara helped him carefully, ensuring he had everything he might need. Her eyes showed deep worry, but she stayed strong. Please be careful, she whispered softly as they stood together before he departed. Alex smiled gently, reassuringly. I promise. I'll be back soon. He boarded a small shuttle, setting off towards the waiting Vartan fleet. As the shuttle moved closer, Alex felt nervous but determined. Peace was possible, and he would do everything to achieve it. The Vartan ship was large and intimidating. Alex docked carefully, stepping out slowly. The Vartan leader stood waiting. Stern but respectful. "You are brave," the leader said simply. "We all want peace," Alex replied sincerely. "Let us find a way together." The Vartan leader nodded, guiding Alex to a quiet room. They sat facing each other, tense but calm. "You have protected the Lumerians fiercely," the leader began slowly. "We did not expect such resistance. They deserve peace and safety," Alex replied firmly. "We all do." The leader leaned forward slightly, eyes thoughtful. "We Vardans have always sought strength and power. But you have shown us a different kind of strength, peaceful yet powerful." Alex nodded earnestly. Peace and strength can coexist. Cooperation makes us all stronger. The Vartan leader considered. Deeply. "You speak wisely," he finally admitted. "Perhaps it is time we change our ways." Alex felt hope rising strongly within him. Together, we can find peace. After several hours of careful negotiation, Alex and the Vartan leader reached an agreement. Peace would be established, with regular communication to ensure trust and cooperation. "We will honor this peace," the leader promised firmly. "You have our respect." "And you have ours," Alex replied sincerely. The meeting ended peacefully, and Alex returned quickly to the station. Clara and the others waited anxiously, hearts hopeful. When Alex stepped out, smiling warmly, everyone breathed deeply in relief. "We have peace," he announced joyfully. Cheers erupted throughout the station. Lumerians hugged each other happily, relieved and grateful. Clara approached Alex, her eyes shining with pride. "You did it, Alex. You brought us peace." "We did it together," Alex reminded her gently. Celebrations filled the station that evening. Everyone gathered, joyfully sharing stories and expressing relief. Alex felt deeply happy, knowing they had faced great danger and found a peaceful solution. As the celebration continued, Elder Myra approached Alex, smiling warmly. "You have changed our lives," she said softly. "We are forever grateful." "I learned much from you all," Alex replied sincerely. "Your peaceful ways showed me true strength." Clara stepped beside Alex, smiling gently. "You have shown us the power of courage and kindness." Alex felt deeply humbled, grateful to be part of this gentle community. "I'm glad to be here with you all." Later, as celebrations quieted, Alex and Clara stood together by the large windows, looking out at the stars. "We achieved something special." "Today," Clara whispered gently. "Yes," Alex agreed softly. "We showed that different beings can live peacefully together." Clara turned to Alex, her eyes warm and sincere. "Will you stay with us?" Alex paused, thinking carefully. He felt deeply connected to Clara and the Lumerians. This station had become his home. "Yes," he finally replied softly. "I belong here with you." Clara smiled warmly, relief filling her eyes. "I'm so glad." They stood quietly for a moment, comforted by their closeness. Alex felt peace deeply within himself, knowing he had found his true place. Days passed peacefully, with Alex helping the Lumerians continue improving their defenses and communication systems. Regular contact with the Vartans ensured trust grew steadily. Cooperation replaced conflict, bringing lasting harmony. Alex and Clara spent much time together, working closely and supporting each other. Their bond grew stronger, built on trust, respect, and shared goals. Elder Myra often watched them warmly, pleased to see their happiness and unity. One evening, Clara and Alex walked quietly through the station gardens, enjoying the peaceful surroundings. Clara paused, turning to Alex with thoughtful eyes. "You've given us so much," she whispered softly. "We can never thank you enough." "You've given me more," Alex replied gently. "A home, friends, and true purpose." Clara smiled warmly. "Then we are both truly blessed." They continued walking slowly, comforted by each other's presence. Alex felt deeply grateful for this new life, one filled with purpose, peace, and companionship. As they returned to their quarters, Alex felt deeply content. He knew challenges might still come, but they were ready. Together, united by peace and understanding, they could face anything. Alex closed his eyes, feeling completely at peace. He had found his true place among the Lemurians, guided by friendship, trust, and love. And for the first time, Alex felt truly at home.